All right, 7th graders, your summative is going to include questions about the vocabulary. So each day we'll take a little bit of time to review the vocabulary as well as simplifying expressions in the distributive property. So for today, I'm going to walk through this video and have you answer a few questions. Do you remember how many terms are in each of these expressions? How did we figure that out? How many terms do you think are in this first expression? If you said 4, you would be correct. Remember that the way that we count the terms are 1, 2, 3, and 4, remembering to take the sign that's in front of them. How many terms are in the next expression? If you said 4 again, you'd be correct. And in the final one, how many terms? This one has 5. All right, do you remember what coefficients are? Coefficients are the numerical part of a term that contains a variable. So it's the number part of the term that has a variable with it. So in this first one, your coefficients would be 7, -2, and 8, because those are all the numbers that have a variable attached to them. What would be your coefficients in the next one? This one had a little tricky one. It had the -2, but did you also get the 1? Remember that if there isn't a number in front of a variable, then we can assume there's a 1 there, because 1 times the variable isn't going to change it. How about the coefficients in the last problem? If you said 12, +3, -4, and +6, you would be correct. Okay. Now constants are terms without variables. So our constants, remember, are just the numbers only. So if I take a look, my constant in this one would be 5. What is the constant in the second one? If you said 4 and 3, you would be correct. These terms do not have variables attached to them. Are there any constants in the last one? Yes, and it is a -7, because again, I take the sign that is in front of it, because subtracting is the same as adding a negative. And lastly, like terms are terms that contain exactly the same variable. So in the first one, your like terms would be 7x and -2x, because they both have an x. Are there any like terms in the next one? If you said 4 and 3, you would be correct, because remember, like terms have exactly the same variable, which in this case can be ones that don't have variables as well. Any like terms in the last one? Well, you actually have two sets. You have a 12R and a -4R, and then a 3C and a 6C are your like terms. Hopefully that was a nice refresher of the vocab. Each day we'll do some practice. You've got this. Keep moving forward. I'm proud of you. Have a great day.